do you guys want to hear something really kind of crazy that I've been like kind of that I've been into? All right,
go for it.
So about 2 years ago, I started thinking about it, and I've obviously been very much into the whole RSD thing. I know that's not everybody's like fucking cup of tea, but I'm like, well, when I'm in the pocket, when I'm in the zone, girls like me a lot more. So it has to be something that I'm expressing, some way I'm moving or way that I'm acting. So I started looking at the guys girls considered attractive, and I started watching the way they moved versus guys that weren't. And I started noticing, like, so Matthew McConaughey, he changes the pitch, pace, the volume of his words and the way he speaks all the time. And not just that either, he even drags the vowels and a lot of things he says in a very languid and very relaxed kind of a way. And he is just constantly relaxed and at ease. And as I've been adding these things to my mannerisms, girls have been finding me more and more attractive. So the body itself has 56. So the face, for example, has 56 major minor expressions. The reason being is because we're constantly emitting what we're feeling, how we're like, we're constantly just broadcasting what we're feeling all the fucking time. The reason we have whites in the eyes so you can see where I'm looking. So the tone itself, the vocal, the tone, it's you can communicate status with your words by speaking deeper into your chest as opposed to higher in your throat. Speaking higher up here, it makes you sound like you're a nerd, but it's actually makes you, it demasculates you. It chops you off, it neuters you. It makes you sound like a woman. So a lot of guys, they do these little fucking things when they don't think they're of value to a girl. They fucking are just constantly neutering themselves by just speaking and talking in a certain way. Does this make sense?
Can you give some examples of like how to speak and move correctly?
Yeah, I could definitely do that. All right, so
so like that's just getting all sexy with it.
Alex got a little hard there.
He's gaming us.
Let me just up the camera a little bit.
So it's all right. So you add pauses, you add eye contact, you change the pitch, the pace, the volume. Sometimes maybe you'll add a little bit, maybe like subtext. So a lot of the energy, the way that you think. So what I'll oftentimes do is I'll envision myself being just a bad motherfucker. And then it starts exuding through the energy. And when I talk to a girl, I don't have to say the shit. You can pause. Honestly, I stopped having to go direct with girls when I approach them. I used to just say hi. And I exude this shit through my mannerisms. And the girls get turned on. I don't have to say shit. So if the girl has a boyfriend, guess what? I'm not flirting with her. I didn't say I was hitting on her. I'm just looking at her. Like now it's like now I can take it away at any point. It's like a deposition where like, all right, so if I was like in a deposition and I'm like, and and I'm like, and I murdered somebody, and the judge is like, Mr. Denton, did you murder this person? No, Your Honor, I definitely did not murder that person. Well, the person is writing this down the entire fucking time, and she's like, did not murder this person. She didn't like write wink and then like all like the sarcasm.
Plausible deniability. Yeah, I talk about that.
Yeah, and so that vocal tonality, everything that you were doing there. That's why I believe so much of game. I'm sure you guys agree too. It's sub-communicative, right? It's not necessarily all just the things.
Yeah, I've just been sexy with girls, dude. The quality of women that I've been getting, I've been getting like, what's kind of cool now is like, I just believe I'm just fucking sexy, which I know there's so many guys out there that are way better looking than me. But now because I've been getting better with the mannerisms, the way that I move and speak, the more, and it's been feeding into itself. So Avery has actually this thing on Vocular. So we've been working on our tone. So I have a high pitched voice. So we've been starting to breathe more into our stomach, trying to like deepen our voices. We've been trying to like I naturally speak really fast. So yeah. Well, it's a side product of because I used to be shy. So I tried to squeeze all my words in because I thought that what I had to say wasn't valuable. So I tried to squeeze it in, which is again a sign that you're low status. So a girl doesn't want to fuck you because you're squeezing everything into a short period of time because the words you say are not valuable because you're not valuable. Like when you can't give somebody eye contact, you don't because you're a low value person, and you give somebody eye contact, the fucking alpha guy's gonna hit you in the head with a fucking rock. When you can't express yourself, when you're like suppressed, and you speak like this, and you start talking like this. Have you ever had clients like this where like, wow, that's really cool. Yeah, it's suppression. Whereas suppose the opposite is supplicating. Like, hey, how's it going? That's really awesome. Like that's supplicating. It's like it's not even a real smile, it's a supplicating smile. As opposed to an authentic, real smile. That's a lot different. So it's like it's somewhere in the middle between supplicating and repression. And in the middle is like the sweet spot for most guys will make them most attractive.
Well, this is why a lot of black pillars just don't understand it because they just think it's like, oh, well, you're just saying a bunch of these magical words. And, you know, I try to say this without sounding insulting, but it's like, you know, if by definition, if you're kind of on the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
The types of things that you were doing, Denton, like a lot of guys, if they're actually like clinically autistic, they can't tell the difference. They really actually can't tell.